So today we are going to discuss about grid-tie solar photovoltaic system. In this system, we are going to discuss about how to install solar PV power plant and how to design, how to maintenance it of solar PV system. Okay. So there are basically two types of solar grid-tie system. So solar PV system. So first one is solar grid connected rooftop PV system, and second one is solar off-grid system. So first we are going to discuss about connected rooftop solar PV power plant system. So this is the configuration of solar grid-tie system. In this system, so here photovoltaic system. This photovoltaic device, it converts electric light energy into electrical energy. That electrical energy is converted into AC electrical energy. So that electrical DC energy is converted into AC electrical energy by using inverter. So inverter, it converts DC into AC. So the rectifier, it converts AC into DC. So here we are using inverter because from the sunlight, so light energy is converted into electrical DC energy. That DC electrical energy is converted into AC. So that AC energy directly feed into the electricity EB, electricity board. So the electricity board. So here the output of AC signal of inverter is synchronized with the electricity board. So the for example, the output here AC signal. So if it is single phase, here one phase and neutral. That phase and neutral is directly feed into the phase and neutral of the electricity board. So here we are using net meter. If you want to install grid-tie solar rooftop power plant, so you need to install here net meter, solar net meter, because this net meter is recording the import and export value. So here, if your load is less than installed capacity, so here this is your load, your home load. So the home load is less than installed capacity, PV plant capacity. So here excess generated electricity is exported to the EB through this net meter. This net meter recording the export value. Similarly, if your load is more than installed capacity, so here demand, the demand energy is taken from electricity line through this net meter. So that imported value is recorded in this net meter. So finally, the net meter result is export minus import value. So that net value. So you have to pay electricity bill for this net value. So this is the concept of grid-tie rooftop solar PV plant. So what are the components we are going to use for this solar rooftop system? Means these are the components. So solar photovoltaic array, interconnection cable, DC junction box or combiner box, DC switches and production switches, solar grid-tie inverter, AC junction box or combiner box, AC switches, production switches, solar net meter, earthing equipment, lightning arrestor, solar PV array support structure, civil concrete block. So these are the major components used for grid connected solar PV system. So grid-tie solar system further classified into three types. So for the grid-tie system, the types of inverter going to use central inverter, string inverter, multi-string inverter, micro inverters. So basically three types of system. So in these three types of system, so the mainly used for marketing the in market the grid connected inverter, standalone inverter, hybrid inverters. Okay. So grid tie system further classified into three types. So this is the grid tie system. So this is central string inverter, single string or multi string. So this is central inverters. So we're going to install solar PV plant in ground mounted. For this, you need to use a string inverter. This is a string inverter. If you want to install the up to 100 kilowatt, for that you need to use string inverter. Any rooftop project, you should use a string inverter. So in large scale power plant, 100 megawatt, 200 megawatt, 400 up to 500 megawatt. So for that, we should use central inverters. Okay. This is the large scale power plant. So for string inverter, output is directly fed into the electricity board through this net meter. So this central inverter output is directly fed into the HT transformer lines. So by using gas meter. So in case of string inverter, so here we notice solar net meter. So this net meter, suppose during the daytime, so there is no load. So here the time the generated solar energy is load is high, so that time the demand energy is taken from electricity board. So this is called string inverters. So in this large scale power plant, so the total generated solar energy is directly fed into the electricity board by using gas meter. So this gas meter only export the solar energy value to the grid. So here there is no import value. Okay, so whatever energy generated from solar PV plant, that whole energy is fed into the electricity board. So electricity board, they will give payment for energy fed into the electricity. So they will give per unit 6 rupees, 7 rupees like that. Okay, but here they will adjust in a string type inverter. Here we are using net meter. So the net meter concept, they will adjust. Okay. So import and export value. Okay. So this is the concept of string and the central inverters. The next, grid connected inverter, isolated and non-isolated types. Okay. So based on use of transformer and based on interface with the solar PV rooftop array. Okay. So for rooftop project, any rooftop project, we need to use micro inverter, string inverter, multi-string. This central inverter is for large scale power plant. This for ground mounted projects. Okay. So here, based on transformer, so isolated is classified into isolated inverter, non-isolated inverter. So isolated means the input and output, the separation between input and output circuits. Here, simple separation. Okay. If any problem occur in input side, it will not affect output side. Okay. So similarly, output side, if any problem, for example, if any voltage or current problem from the PV sides, DC voltage, DC current. So due to this, it will not affect output circuits. So similarly, the output side, if any high voltage fluctuation from a transformer side, so it will not affect the input side. So this is called isolated inverter. Here, non-isolated inverters. So non-isolated inverter does not have the simple separation between input and output. Okay. So here, for string inverter or in this inverters, here non-isolated type we are using for solar PV plant, because here the inbuilt in the inverter inbuilt, so all the productions is there, subject productions on MCBs, miniature circuit breaker. So both sides we are using the circuit productions. It is called a DC DB and AC DB. So this is a market segmentations. So central inverters, string inverters, and micro inverters. So central inverters are using for mega scale power plant. This is string inverters. So the applications for private, residential, domestic, and commercial purpose. So this is micro inverters. In this micro inverter, so micro inverters installed by under the panel. So each panel have one micro inverters. Here there is no losses, because the inverter under the panels, under the solar PV modules. So it cannot directly DC into AC. And AC outputs are combined together, and then output is connected with the grid. That is called micro inverters. The working of grid-type solar inverter. So what is meant by grid-type inverters means, so this convert DC electricity into alternate DC alternate current. That is called AC current, with an ability to synchronize to interface with an utility grid. So that means the output of AC signal is synchronized with the output of AC signals of EB signals, electricity lines. Okay. So what is meant by synchronization means? So here it will generate the AC inverter voltage will be, if it is single phase 230 volt. If it is three phase, the voltage will be 430 volt. The output voltage of inverter is, for example, it gives 430 volt. It's sensing the electricity volts. First, it's sensing the electricity volts. The voltage from electricity is 430 volt. So it gives 431 volt to the load, so matching the output voltage with the grid signals. Okay. So next, it sensing the voltage from grid. If it is 435, so the output inverter is give 436 voltage to the load. So this is called a synchronization. So synchronization means it's sensing the voltage, frequency, and phase sequence. Okay. So here convert DC into AC and synchronize voltage with the grid, finding maximum power point. that is called MPPT. So it delivers maximum power from the solar PV to the inverters. So this is called MPPT. The monitoring center for solar rooftop PV systems and provide production functions for DC and AC sites and be safe, efficient, and reliable in operations. So these are on power quality. So these are the functions of solar grid inverters. So this is a micro inverter system. So each panel have one inverter. The cost is high when compared to string inverter. Okay. So each module connected with one micro inverters. So all the inverters are connected in parallel output. So the capacity of these micro inverters will be from 100 watt to 300 watt, maximum 300 watt. So here input voltage will be 20 volt to 40 volt, because so here each panel output voltage will be 36. Okay, if it is, so this is called solar PV module here. So the small boxes is the cells. Here each cell generates 0.5 voltage at maximum. Okay. So here if the solar PV modules total number of cells are 60. If it is 60 cell solar PV module, then output will be 30 volt at maximum. Hello. So openly it gets 36 voltage. So with load, it will generate 0.5 volt. Without load, that means the solar panel connected with the inverters. That is called load. It is connected with the inverter. Each cell generates 0.5 volt. Without connect with the inverter, it will generate 0.6 volt. So at maximum, it will generate 0.5 voltage per cells. So total number of cells 60. So 60 into 0.5 equal to 30 volt at maximum. That means with load. Without load, so each cell generates 0.6 volt. So total number of cells here 60. So 60 into 0.6 equal to 36 volt. So with load, it will produce 30 volt. Without load, it will produce 36 volt. So that is here the input voltage range 20 to 40 volt. So that 30 volt is connected with the inverters. This is called inverter input voltage from 20 to 40 volt. So here output will be 230 volt. So because this is micro inverters, so the capacity of micro inverters 100 to 350 watt. So it will be single phase. So if it is single phase, the voltage will be 230. So each output will be 230. So it is all the inverters outputs are connected in parallel. Here multi inputs and a single output is the output is connected with the grid, synchronized with the grid. Okay. So here higher cost comparison to string inverters. So this is called the string, micro inverter functions. The next is string inverters. The string inverter capacity will be 1 kilowatt up to 30 kilowatt. So latest technology available 50 kilowatt up to 50 kilowatt. Okay, inverters capacity. Here single string or multi-string connected to the MPPT inverters. So what is MPPT string? So string means so number of panels are connected in series is called string. So here 3 panels are connected in series. So what is meant by series connections? So series connection means so the output will be one positive or negative in DC signals. So positive, here the positive is connected with the negative of another panels. Here a positive is connected together with the negative of another panels. So this is one positive output, one negative output. So similarly, this string. So here three panels are connected in series. So there are two strings. So here the multi strings are connected in parallel. So positive are connected together. Here negatives are connected together. So this is given to the inverters. That inverter converted into DC into AC. The AC signal is synchronized with the utility grid lines. So this is called a string inverter function. So the capacity will be up to 50 kilowatt is available. So nowadays it is available up to 100 kilowatt. So this is the input voltage because so here in micro string, so micro inverters, here each panel output will be 30 voltage at maximum, 36 at a without load. Here three number of panels connected in series 3. So 3 panels output. In series connections, voltage will be adding and current will be same. Okay. In parallel connections, the voltage will be same, the current will be increase. Okay. Here the multi strings used. So here string voltage will be single panel voltage will be 30. Here 3 panels are connected in series. So 30, 30 like that. So here the input voltage will be 150. So if it is 150 voltage input minimum voltage, so we need to connect at least 5 panels in series. Okay. Here maximum 350 volt. So it depends upon capacity of inverter. The voltage will be input voltage will be range will be varying. Okay. This is output voltage. If it is single phase 230 volt, if it is three phase 415 volt. Okay. So string inverters are available the single phase and three phase. So this cost is high when compared to central inverters. Okay. So this is called the function of string inverters and this
Ma'am,
is the central inverters.
PPT display ஆகுதுங்களா மேம்? சார்
எனக்கு இப்போ டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகல சார். சரி ஃபோன் கால் வந்ததுனால தெரியலன்னு நினைச்சிட்டேன்.
சார்
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
சார் பிபிடி விசிபிளா இல்ல. பிபிடி விசிபிளா இல்ல. சார் பிபிடி விசிபிளா இல்ல சார்.
ரொம்ப நேரமா இல்லைங்களா சார்?
இல்ல இப்பதான் இது மாதிரி இருக்கு.
ஓகே.
பட் ஆனா உங்க கர்சர் மூவ் ஆகுறது எங்களுக்கு தெரியுது.
நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூஸ்.
ஓ ஓகே ஓகே. பட் ஷேரிங்ல தான் இருக்கு. ஓகேவா சார்? ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதாப்பா பிபிடி விசிபிளா இருக்கா? உங்களுக்கு வேற யாருக்குன்னா
black கலர்ல இருக்கு சார்.
நோ சார். கலரா எஸ்.
சார்
நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைடு மூவ் பண்ணுங்க சார். விசிபிளா இருக்கா பார்க்கலாம். நாட் விசிபிள் சார்.
not visible sir.
Visible sir.
Visible.
No sir, not visible. So நீங்க மறுபடியும் ஸ்க்ரீன் ஷேர் பண்ணுறீங்க பண்ணப்ப அதாவது கட் பண்ணிவிட்டு அகைன் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க சார். சார் உங்களுடைய சார் இப்போ ஷேர் பண்ணது எங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுது. ஃபைல்ஸ் அப்புறம் ப்ரௌசரில் நீங்கள் ஷேர் பண்ணது எங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சுது.
தெரியல சார்.
அகைன் நீங்கள் பிபிடி ஓப்பன் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்களா சார், அந்த விண்டோ ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
நான் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஓப்பன் பண்ணுவா.
ஓகே சார்.
ஹலோ சார், விசிபிள் ஆகுதா?
நோ சார்,
இல்ல சார்.
நாட் விசிபிள் சார்.
சார் கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு நான் ஷேர் பண்ணிடுறேன் சார், நீங்களே ஓப்பன் பண்ணுங்க.
ஓகே சார்.
லோட்
சார் பிபிடி ஷேர் ஆகல சார்.
இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் விசிட் இருக்குல்ல, அந்த மெயில் ஐடி ஓபன் பண்ண முடியுதானே உங்களால?
இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் விசிட் இல்லை சார். இப்போ நீங்கள் எங்கே ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க சார்?
நான் உங்களுக்கு மெயில் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
ஓகே சார்.
அதை நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
நம்ம இதாயிடுச்சு, லோட் ஆயிடுச்சு. எனக்கு நெட்வொர்க் இஷ்யூஸ் தான் சார்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
சார் உங்களுக்கு மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிட்டேன் பாருங்க, பிபிடி. This is வாசிங்களா சார்?
மெயில் ஐடி எந்த மெயிலுக்கு அனுப்பியிருக்கீங்க சார்?
இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் விசிட் SRM VEC சார், third year triple E at SRM VEC campus dot. சார் மெயில் ஐடி சொல்லுங்க சார் உங்களுக்கு.
சார் வெங்கடேஷ் எஸ் வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் சார் உங்களுக்கு. சார் ஹலோ.
சார் சார்
சார் வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணியிருக்கேன் சார், பார்த்தீங்களா?
ஓகே. ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார், ஃபார்வர்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
ஓகே ஓகே சார்.